G'day, welcome to Choo. No, I'm not going to do that. Welcome to Choo, I'm Jacob. We're here in the Northern Territory, just outside of Mary River. We're trying to get some barra. It's not barra season. I'd be happy with the Saratoga, even though it's not a very good eating fish. But all we've caught so far is catfish. But we're having a good time on a houseboat, having a few cheekies, catching some catfish. So, that's the introduction. The Corroboree Billabong on the outskirts of the Mary River is home to a diverse range of animals, including a ton of dope-ass birds, including jabberoos, brolgas, darter birds, jacanas, sea eagles, kites, to name just a few. If you're a bird lover, you would love it out here, you little sickie. Unfortunately, there are a bunch of pests out here as well, including the magnificent yet very destructive Asiatic water buffalo and wild boar. Make sure you stay tuned to Choo, because in an upcoming video, we're going to be cooking up some buffalo sausages and some buffalo burgers. And let me tell you what, my friends, buffalo is mighty tasty. Hit that subscribe. Once we got to the Billabong, we wasted no time getting stuck into a few cheekies and getting those rods in the water. But don't worry, folks, we did have a deso. It didn't take long for the dirty crocs to come out and say g'day. The saltwater crocodile, native to Australia and various parts of Asia, is the largest living reptile on Earth. It can weigh, or has weighed, up to 2,000 kilograms, 2 tons. That's 4,500 pounds. To put things into perspective, that's twice as big as any American alligator. Bigger than the Nile crocodile. These guys are apex predators and actually quite scary. Growing up in the NT, I could tell you at least 1,000 different crocodile stories, some of which I experienced myself, urban myths, legends, whatever, but these are stories for another time. Let's catch some fish. What are you doing with the knife in your mouth?
Oh, the crocodile.
Oh.
It's all pointed that way anyway.
No, I just couldn't.
That's it. So
What are you scaring that bird for?
Because I had to stop it suddenly. There's a dead log there.
So Saratoga were apparently biting. We didn't catch any. We were kind of hoping for a barramundi, even though it's out of season. You can still catch them out of season, but we didn't. Instead, we ended up catching some catfish on a lure. This was quite surprising because obviously you can catch catfish on a lure, but most people, if targeting catfish, will aim for bait. Now, it's actually illegal to bait fish in these waters for fear of contaminating the water, yet we still managed to pull in a few.
Oh, what's cool? Right on.
Spiky motherfuckers.
There's pliers right here.
The fork-tail catfish, or blue catfish, has various names. They're quite delicious if you know how to cook them and can get up to 60 centimeters, but this guy was just a little bit small, so we threw him back. With today's action being rather minimal and the sun setting, the bugs are coming out, we decided to settle in, have some dinner, and play some cards.
What are you guys doing? Can you hear those fish? They're mocking us.
yeah, I know.
It's an insight.
Okay, these are the low cards. You need a 5.
Oh, no. Oh, yeah, that's right. Sorry, cutthroat, you're right.
These are those ones there. And you need a 6.
This is just life on the river.
We're river rats now. We're river gypsies.
You think you know river?
I'm a river mouse, so.
That's my Robert De Niro. Before I was even out of bed and before the sun was up, Dad was already pulling them in.
Fucking hundreds of them.
Oh, the froggy.
Yeah, jumping everywhere.
Throw it out.
I can't do
This was more of a boozy cruise, a bit of sightseeing than it was a fishing trip. This is not a fishing vessel after all, but we always made sure we had a rod in the water, or at least one of us was giving it a flick at any given time.
I'm just rigging up a frog.
Oh, nice. Let's have a look.
Gonna get myself some togies on this bad boy.
Oh, yeah, that's the good one. We did not, unfortunately, get any Saratoga, but I did, however, pull in a decent-sized catfish. Might be just another catfish. He's really tugging away. Oh, big catfish.
Big boy.
Big one. Grab the net. Babe, get the close up this. There we go. Oh, that's a keeper.
Oh, that's huge.
Oh. Okay. Yes. The fork-tailed catfish averages at 35 centimeters. It can get up to 60 centimeters, however. This guy was about 40-45. I know that other catfish can get much bigger, but for this species, this would be considered a keeper. However, we threw it back because it looked like it was pregnant. I don't know for sure, but we threw it back anyway just to be on the safe side.
He's off.
What a story for him to tell his friends.
I don't like to touch it because they got these huge spikes on there. He got Dad this morning. Yeah, you ripper. All right, let's cast out again.
Our short but sweet trip on the Billabong had come to an end. The real reason for visiting really was to show Quinn, whose first time it was to the NT, a bunch of crocs. So this was more of a sightseeing adventure than a fishing trip, but we sure did have fun pulling in those catfish and giving it a bloody good go. Fishing is all about patience, and at this time of the year, you really have to put in your casts. Regardless of the outcome, we had a blast, sank some piss, smashed some forkies, and saw a ton of wildlife in its element. Stay tuned to Choo, as we have at least 2 more Darwin adventure videos on the horizon. If you are watching this down the track, then be sure to check out our other videos. They should be up by now. Stay happy and sexy, my dear friends, and farewell.
What are you catching, Uncle Fritz? A croc? Yeah,
I've got
some
the Ross
dinghy.
River and 1 crocodile.
Oh, nice.
Not saying anything, Tony.
Oh, God, it's going.
Say action.
Action.
Hey?
Am I allowed to talk?
Yeah.
Okay. Have we finished?
Now we have to do it all over again.